What's going on, guys? EK3 Mike here. This is going to be a quick video on the rear end reinforcement for the E46. So what I did here was I started by removing the rear subframe. The whole rear suspension came down in pretty much one piece once I disconnected the drive shaft. After that, I went ahead and prepped the bottom of the car, essentially, for the plates to be welded on. So I don't weld, but I have a good buddy of mine who does. Shade Tree Welding NYC, check him out. I'll post his information right here. Yeah, that's basically it. So I prepped it for him. I ended up grinding the factory undercoating off to inspect for any cracks in the subframe. And after I did that, I made sure to wipe the area down. I used alcohol to wipe it down, excuse me. And after that, I sprayed it with a weld through primer. Now you want to make sure you're using a weld through primer, because if plates have to be welded to that, it's got to be, I think it has they have certain minerals and stuff in the primer that allows you to weld through it. So I then coated it in the weld through primer. I did the same for the plates. Made sure everything was clean first before I sprayed that on. After I did that, my buddy Chris came, Shade Tree Welding NYC. He welded that all up for me. I went ahead and did the primer once more. And after I did the primer, I did a seam sealer. After I did the seam sealer, I did the rubberized coating at the end. So you'll see that. I'm going to put a couple pictures up and videos, so check it out. Hopefully this helps give you an idea of what to do, what it looks like. And if you have any questions, drop them below. Check me out on Instagram, finalbuild_JK. TikTok, it's gonna be EK3_Mike. And check me out on Facebook as well. Hit the link, follow, like, subscribe, and no more talking. Enjoy the video. So in these next couple slides, you're going to see how I grinded the rubberized coating from the factory away. You could see where that brownish color is. That's still the rubber coating there, and the bare metal can be seen here. There you'll be able to see if there are any cracks in the subframe. If there are no cracks, you're good to go. If you do have cracks, then you're going to need to get those fixed before you get the plates welded on. You're going to want to make sure you drill a hole at the end so it stops it from spreading. This right here is going to be the mock-up of the plates. Now you can use the factory lugs that hold the wheels onto the car to actually hold these plates up. They're the same thread pitch. You are going to have to do some bending, so get a vise and maybe a hammer. Here they're all welded up, done by Chris, looking great. This was a tough angle for him to weld. I actually have the car up on jack stands, and he had to crawl under the car here to weld. So he filled in a lot of the holes, and I did eventually grind these areas down that you could see here. But what I did first was coat everything with the primer, because the car was going to sit for a couple days. So I said, let me coat it with the primer. So that's what you see here. And some of those extra welds are not grinded down yet. But I did, like I said, eventually I did grind them down. I just wanted to make sure I had that coating on there so it doesn't start to get that flash rust. Now at this point, I grinded down those extra little areas and I seam sealed around the welds. So pretty much going to keep that moisture out. You don't have to go crazy, but you just want to get it around the areas that were welded. So that's what I did. I did my best there. And this is the final product with the 3M rubberized coating over everything pretty much.